How you doing, YouTube? Now with Massive Beer Reviews. Back with yet another review. Yeah, a little bit of Jersey-born. I'm a Jersey guy now. Again, I was born here. Anyway, Jersey-born Keller Pils Hopeful Goodness from Alementary Brewing. It is their independent variable, Keller Pilsner. Alementary. I've done a couple of their beers. Quite dig them. They're not too far away from where I live now. I just moved to New Jersey literally yesterday and kind of set up the Massive Beers Worldwide studio here. You can notice it looks probably pretty much the same, but probably a little bit, two, three different things in here. Anyway, these guys aren't too far, but they were, an hour and a half, 2 hours away from me where I used to live. So now it's going to be a place I can actually go visit because I haven't been there yet. But anyway, regardless, picked this up last week and figured I'd do a review. As far as what else it says on here, like I said, independent variable, Keller Pils, Product USA, 5.5% alcohol by volume. Story time in the back. It says formulas are a tricky thing. Not the most desirable thing to be considered formulaic. I'm butchering words, man. Meanwhile, being unpredictable could mean being unapproachable. We're constantly strive to balance an independent variables that we know work with new angles to craft beers with bold, comfortable familiarity and exciting innovation. Solve for X. So yeah, beyond my butchering, that's pretty much it. Yeah, label-wise, it's Alementary. You pretty much do the same labeling over and over again, just different words, different colors. So here we go. So you're talking about a Keller Pils. They're pretty much... I don't notice a drastic difference between just a base Pilsner and a Keller Pils. They tend to come off a little bit, for me, just a bit maltier, maybe and a bit hoppier. Just kind of like for me, more times than not, it's like a Pilsner with just cranked a little bit higher. Finger and a half of just off-weight head and a soft kind of glowing carbonation to her. Nothing too crazy, but yeah. She looks pretty damn nice, to be perfectly honest with you. Soft haze, very light carbonation. So yeah, she looks the part of a Pilsner. Let's see what she smells like. Yeah, just a sweet, rich maltiness. It's more kind of like, it smells like it's lagered. You can do it either way, a top or bottom friend. You can do it ale or lager for a Keller Pils. But it smells like a sweeter lager. It smells like a really nice, well-done version of a kind of lager more than a Pilsner to me. The way that yeast is coming off, the way the malt's coming off. Yeah, there's a bit of a bright kind of orange vibe to it. It's not necessarily like a super bittering orange peel, more just kind of a nice kind of soft orange. Neither sweet nor bittering, but she smells nice. She smells, like I said, more like kind of like a little bit of a hoppier kind of lager to me. Traditional style lager as opposed to just a kind of, Keller Pils. But let's dive in, see what she's got. Cheers. It's kind of what I said from the offset, is that it tastes actually more like a more traditional Pilsner, just kind of dialed up a bit. The malt's a bit bigger, a bit sweeter. The hops are a little bit more kind of fruity in that orange sense, and I'm talking just straight up orange and not citrus. Not even like a candied orange, or almost like a confectionery kind of orange, but it's not too sweet. It's got a nice body to it. It's not as much of a kind of like just base kind of lager vibe in the taste. It's definitely more kind of a Pilsner, but coming off just a little bit more jacked up, a little bit more volume on it. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It's a crusher. It's something I can drink 19,000 of. Never get tired of it. There's enough sweetness to balance off the bitterness, and just enough to make you kind of all happy and stuff inside. That's pretty much it. It's just a real clean, well-made beer. And that's kind of like Elementary's kind of MO. They're obviously science nerds. And when you're talking about science nerds making beer, you usually get real tight and tidy packages when it comes to the beers that they produce. And honestly, across the board, the stuff that I've had from Alementary, that's pretty much been their MO. So, yeah, tight, tidy, delicious. It's just, let's cut to the chase and we'll get to the whole part. Is it one of the better Keller Pils that I've had as of late? Sure, yeah. I haven't had a ton, so it would default to that. And it's a little bit kind of, I think a little bit more Americanized than a traditional Keller Pils, but yes, value availability. I think it was like $13 or $14 for a sixer, and leave you with, if you like what will you like this, and that's kind of where I wanted to go with this. Is that if you like Pilsners and you wish there was a little bit more volume to it, if you wish there was a little bit more kind of nice, not over the top like dry hopped crazy hoppiness, but a little extra hoppiness to it. If you like Pilsners but want a little bit more, or you had like new schooler kind of pale ales, but you want it something a little bit smaller, something a little bit more chuggable than what you typically find within a lot of these hazy new school kind of pale ales. It fits somewhere in between those worlds with that kind of added kind of lagery vibe to it. So yeah, she's tasty, she's good, delicious. If you want a summer chugger, this one will do you proper. So there you go, another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Down there if you want to talk about it. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Untapped, Massive Beers, all four of those places if you want to check me out doing the social media thing. Beer Massive, MASSIF. There you go. Podcasting, type that in your favorite podcasting app or in Google. Find me doing podcast interviews, brewer interviews, all that fun stuff, and there you go. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying nice Keller Pils right now, and hope to see you next time. Cheers.